Hi, I'm Neat.
I'm Rox.
And this is
the Bourbon.
The Bourbon
Barrel? I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not the barrel of bourbon, is it?
No, not today.
No.
Not
Alright.
yesterday either.
Nope.
So, yeah, we've got something in the works. Kind of,
A battle.
yeah, a battle of sorts.
Sort. Yeah.
A bourbon barrel battle.
Barrel battle. That's
A lot of B words
bees,
today.
Yeah.
So legend has it.
This is gonna be the episode where everybody that
Everyone's
knows us
like,
is like, that one was
they've
yum.
been drinking.
You've had some.
Yeah.
But
So there's this Bowman Brothers bourbon,
right.
small batch,
It's true.
because of the B in the batch.
And bourbon.
And bourbon batch, yeah. Words. So what happens, apparently this is essentially the same juice
It is.
as
So
Blanton's juice.
if you go back, I actually at one point, but I had done some stuff this week where I was making sure that I had your birthday episode right and doing all that stuff. But I have watched. There's an episode of Bourbon Real Talk with Randy Sullivan, which is an awesome show. I watch it all the time. I'm part of the group on Facebook where he discusses how Bowman Brothers is literally Blanton's.
Mm-hmm.
They contract distill from Buffalo Trace Distillery, and they use the same mash bill as Blanton's. So everything they get coming to them is Blanton's, and it's been twice distilled. And then Bowman Brothers in Virginia distills it one more time, and he says on his episode, which really does nothing. The third distilling, you've already kind of
done what you've
filtered
done.
out the impurities. And so this is Blanton's versus Blanton's,
With an extra step.
with an extra step that may not have that much to it per se, possibly, like as far as like that's how he put it, and again, I love Randy Sullivan. His shows are awesome. I love watching him, and he's very informative. He's very good. He's very engaging. I want to keep watching when I start watching an episode. But and I've heard it from other places too, and seen it and read it in other places that's where this comes from. Even in groups where people, like other people that I don't even know who they are like, oh, this comes from Buffalo Trace. Everybody knows it's Buffalo Trace. This is one of the ones on his episode he called the 5 or 10 bourbons you want to get while you can before it becomes allocated. Because it's Blanton's, and if you don't realize it's Blanton's, that's a you problem. But once everybody realizes it's Blanton's, it's not going to be on every shelf. It's currently on one shelf in our local area of the store with the best amount of bourbons, the best
Best selection, the
There you
best
go.
service too. Do it right. Camp Time Building Supplies.
and so on and so forth. So it's kind of like I said, well, we could do this because I literally just bought a new bottle of this. This is his that was open, and this is his that he just opened. And I
This
wish
is
I
his
would
that
have.
wasn't open.
I didn't want you to open it per se. I would, if I would have known that, and I should have asked, but I had a lot I was doing yesterday to try to get ready for
It's not a
today.
big deal.
We could have.
It's not like it's a collector's
brought
item.
my Blanton's. I mean, it's Blanton's.
Widely available in a lot of places that aren't here.
Yeah, that's true. And this is only available in one of our stores, yet it's only $28. That's another thing. This is $28.
So they must be getting a hell of a deal on the juice.
It's something. Or they contract distilled for so long, for so much, or whatever, that they're just like, well, and that's what they do. And I mean, I don't know. Anyway, wait.
So
what did I pour in here?
You poured the Bowman.
Okay, that's
So I put Bowman's in here and I put Blanton's in here.
all right.
And this is a 90 proof. And is this the same?
93.
93 proof.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you are correct. So there's a little bit of difference in the proof. So they watered this down by 3 proof, which isn't a lot, 1.5%.
Could that be the third distilling or not?
Maybe.
Okay.
They could have added water to make it, because distilling you're going to lose some volume too. So to bring it back, they probably put in just enough to get back to where they were.
Okay.
So they have the number of bottles that they thought they would have.
You're definitely the person with the more technological knowledge of things as far as...
Well, and in like...
I don't know what distilling does to the third distillation.
Well, a lot of places, like in vodka culture, they brag about their triple distilling.
right,
And, like, you have to do that to get rid of the wood alcohols and things like that.
Okay.
Like in vodka, but...
And I know that like some of the Irish whiskeys, the Jamesons, and there's at least one more that's famously triple distilled, Tullamore Dew maybe, that's constantly always, that's their thing. It's triple distilled.
Yeah.
So, I don't know a lot of the technological hoo-ha. So, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Bowman and Blanton's, huh? I mean, the color is pretty similar,
True.
if not exact almost, sort of. 90 and 93.
Now, the only other thing is that this has been opened and this is not.
True.
That's-
Opened up. Yes.
That's the only difference.
And that's, again, maybe a slight on my part. If not, no, it probably is a slight on my part because I came up with this idea. I just bought a new bottle of this because it's $28 and I know it's Blanton's. And I'm like, well, why not? Because I can't get this all the time. When I do, it's only like $50, $60. Although the 2 times I've gotten it, I had somebody bring it up. Our friend Clark Barr from Virginia for me. Not give him extra for bringing it to me, but.
So on the sniffing, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two.
No, probably not. Oh no, not at all. Less. Okay, so the Blantons might have a hair. Should I say it again? No. All right. More ethanol, but we just opened it. Mm-hmm. Just that hint of like I just opened it. Like if I sit here doing this for a couple of seconds, it's probably gonna smell the same.
The only thing I could pick up on either nose was cherry. Honestly,
nice.
Like I don't know.
Oh yeah. Now that you said it, I have trouble discerning those flavor tastes in those things. Like.
That's a very spot on nose. So
yeah,
that's interesting.
It is.
I remember the first time we had this, I wasn't a big fan.
The Bowman?
Yeah.
Right?
But it was, again, a brand new open bottle at that point.
And maybe it needs to
so
have a little bit of air.
It needed to have a little bit of something. But, I don't know. We're going to find out.
Right,
so,
right.
Here we go for the 100th time.
Right?
So right off the bat, nothing gives me pause.
Oh, no.
It's not burning.
You're drinking Bowman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, me too, yeah.
There's not burn. There is the cherry flavor that I picked up in the nose that I'm tasting.
Right.
There's a little bit of heat in the back of the mouth, a little warmth. I don't know how long this has been open. It is about half a bottle.
Right.
It could be starting to go from opened up to...
We're drinking the Bowman. We haven't tried the Blanton. So
right.
Right. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but I think it might be on the edge. I think it might be from like the opening up stage to it could be falling apart stage coming
really
soon. Like I'm starting to pick up a grain flavor on the Kentucky Hug.
Right.
A little bit of a grain that, if blended properly, you wouldn't get.
So maybe it can't. Well, unless you opened it before our show started, it can't have been more than a year and a half.
Right, and I didn't even own this before our show started.
So I don't think we did this one until a bit in. I think
you're looking at probably 8 months or so.
8 months to a year, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. But again, it's not in direct sunlight.
No.
It's not opening and reopening and opening and reopening and
mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah.
I don't know. It's not giving me pause. There's nothing I can say bad. It's just that I noticed a little bit of a grainy flavor at the back end after the second sip.
Right. Yeah, I mean, theoretically, I don't have the knowledge, but would it break down faster if it had an extra distilling process?
I don't know that to be true.
No. Well, no, I don't know it. Yeah, no, me neither. But
and I mean, that cherry is so prominent after a couple sips of this. It's so there, like in your face with the cherry. It's hard to pick up on anything else. Yeah. Right there in your face.
We're doing the third episode, and we're seeming not very.
We're very sluggish and lethargic.
Boozy bourbon buddies.
Bougie Bursy.
But you know what? After it's been like a month and a half or whatever since we filmed shit, we did kick in that third. You know what? And in the last episode, you kicked in an extra bottle to make. You know, and
it was a barrel strength bottle. So, yeah.
We normally film every 2 weeks, or that's kind of like the rhythm we kind of got on for a while. Then we got the holidays, and we had some illnesses, and we had some other things going on. And
True.
You know, and it's just we come back to do this, and it's just by the third episode, you're like, what are we drinking? What is this?
This is a thing we're drinking.
And this was me who was like, let's just do that. And you weren't going.
I'm not driving, so
you felt like you were pretty like ready to not do this sort of. And then he opened Blanton's, and it made me feel guilty. So I was like, damn it, I didn't know you were going to open that. I thought you already opened that.
I didn't have it open.
I know that.
It's the L in the Blanton's
Son
too.
of a mother.
So there it is.
I have it like in my phone. Between you and I, we have the LTS, I think it is. Because I have two, one's unopened, one's opened we've had on the show before, which I could have brought, and you wouldn't have to do that, and I didn't realize.
It's alright.
But yeah. And now, apparently, you know recycling guy who might be able to give us more.
Maybe.
I might be able to. I can if I find it. I'll send you this picture because it's not like you release it right after it leaves. So if I can find the picture that Clark Bar sent me, it could show like here, like you get all these in the right.
If you get all of the letters that spell out Blanton's, including the apostrophe S.
Oh my god.
You send them to their distillery and they will put them in a stave for you.
Yeah, and it has a bit of a curvature, obviously, right?
And it's nice and it's cool because it shows the horse galloping when they're in order. It's kind of cool.
I didn't even know that part. I just knew the letters. I didn't know it shows the different,
the different stages of the gallop and stuff. It's pretty cool.
That's terrific.
That's terrific. But it's it's real good. And if you get them together and you send them off, they'll send them back with the stave, and you will have a nice little showpiece and a little story behind it. Pretty
Very
cool.
True.
And you will have definitely drank a lot of Blantons to get there, mostly, unless you find a guy who has a lot of corks just hanging out. But
did you taste the Blantons?
I did, and it's a little bit more ethanol-y because I feel like it hasn't opened up yet.
That's yes. My immediate thought, 3 episodes in, many bourbons in, a month or so reserved from doing this, was, wow, I liked the Bowman better. That's been opened this long.
So it's been open for a while.
And it might be on the verge.
But it's not there yet.
No, and but it was that crisp, like, sort of, you just opened it, like, when you tasted the Blands, you were like, wait.
A little tart, yeah.
But, like, next week, or whatever, this will probably be like,
I tasted the cherry a lot more prominently here than I did here. I definitely tasted the cherry. It was very front on my nose. But with this one, I mean, it was there, and there was the ethanol, a little bit more burn.
Right.
At a 1.5% difference, you shouldn't be tasting a different burn like that. And I honestly feel like it's just that it hasn't opened up yet.
Right.
So in a week from now, when this is open...
So then you taste the ethanol difference because it hasn't been opened, and there's 3 proof points / 1.5% ABV, and you put those together, and you're like, that's where that little hint of a bite comes in, where you're like, oh wait, there's that little bite. But like with this one, there's no bite, and like again, I don't know the breaking down portion of it. I just know that when I tasted the 2 of these, I thought the Bowman was better. But
honestly, I'd be hard pressed to tell you the difference.
I think this is something we've been learning recently in the past month or two about how opening and not opening and stuff, and we've been doing some things and bringing some things back in with our Elijah Craig episode that I think we still haven't released, that when you watch it, you'll see like that. To me, that was like an eye-opening episode where I was like, wow, that really shows me something. And as I've said before, it's similar to ice, but ice is that quicker format where you put ice in it and boom, and I'm going to start messing around with whiskey stones, maybe. Have you ever messed around with your whiskey stones? Like, tried them or not?
I mean, I use them. I really just go neat anymore.
Okay. That makes sense.
I try to make my moniker mean something.
Fair enough. And I really do use ice more often. I've never used the whiskey stones, though, so...
So I did them back to back, and I would be very hard pressed to tell the difference.
Wow, nice. And I just drank
pressed.
all mine because I'm a boozer.
So
anyway.
It's interesting. If you find yourself a Bowman Brothers and you open it up and you don't like it at first, because I remember vividly not liking the Bowman Brothers when we had it. And now that it's opened up, I love Blanton's, and I've had it and I've enjoyed it immensely. So the fact that I can say that I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the two, if you have that, if you're able to find that out on a shelf, grab it, open it, and then let it sit for a little bit, and then have it. And I try it against Blanton's that's been open.
Right.
See if you can taste the difference. Because if we had an open Blanton's, then I would definitely put it against that and see the difference there.
Right. And that's my fault. I had the open Blantons and I just fell short. I put so much effort into the birthday thing. I was not thinking about this.
Quite all right, sir.
I really, truly believed in my heart of hearts that you had opened this already. Nope. And that could have been because the robes and whatever else, and it just that you did. I don't know, but I still have the original bottle I got from Clark Bar that's probably a year old now. That's maybe half full or something. I don't know. Little grenade bottles and all that, but with caramel Blanton. But
nice.
Nonetheless, it's a tough comparison when it's been and it's not been, and then like maybe we can do another one. But some days, some down the line, like
Sure.
this, I can bring mine. You can use this one. I have a brand new one of these. We could, pop a new one. I have a brand new one of these and a brand new one of these because I still have the half drank one of these that he brought me the second one of, and then we had the LTS, and we had to figure out.
Honestly, I feel like if you were to just get the open bottle of Blanton's and put it up against the open bottle of Bowman, that would be the best bet for both, because it would give them both the air out so that they've experienced some of that and they've aged a little.
I agree 100% with what he's saying.
Yeah, no.
But that's still new to us, like in
Right.
that way. Like I haven't really filtered that into my overall thinking of whiskey and bourbons in our show and when we plan things, and because it's so like a month or two ago that we really kind of, or at least for me, it really clicked with that, like what it really does when it opens.
With the barrel proofs of
and it's Elijah Craig.
Yep.
And it was, it's something.
It's
really something.
It's a wild difference for sure, and definitely go if you can find them, grab them, enjoy them. I mean, for $28, you can't go wrong.
Oh no!
I mean, once it's opened, if you try it when you first open it and you're like, man, this sucks, give it a month.
Yeah.
I promise you, because I was the same way. I had this and we tried it and I was like, this sucks.
Probably a rule of thumb for any bourbon you buy.
Yeah.
Unless
wait to open it up, enjoy it that night if you're doing it that night, and then wait a month.
If you buy a bourbon that's $20 something or under, 20, 22, 23, because this is like 28.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like anything you buy that's not like bottom shelf plastic bottles,
Benchmark.
screw tops, like whatever. Like give it a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Don't just dump it. Don't just give it away. If you get a good deal because your buddy is like you're trading with your friends and you're like, I don't like this, I don't like this. Fine, that's different. But don't throw it away. Don't dump it. Whatever. Give it a time. Give it a little bit of time and then try it again. Mm-hmm. Because man, that oxygen really does something.
It's a night and day difference, man.
And I never knew that it was that big of a. I knew ice was because immediately the first 20, 30 episodes we did, we had ice involved. Or 10, 15 episodes. Mm-hmm. But this one, or not this one, but you know what I mean, like the airing out. I never knew, and I'm glad I learned it, and I think that'll play into some other episodes in the future, hopefully, that have to do with what's been open and what hasn't, and what it does to it, and how it tastes, and this, that, and the other. But it's a immediate reminder to tell you guys, don't throw something out, don't dump it out. I mean, if you want to mix it, because you're still going to drink it, that's fine, that's your business, but like, things will change. And change in a good way or bad way, but I feel like we've learned from us, it's more of a good way sometimes.
Mm-hmm. More often than that. As long as it's not been on the shelf for like 10 years.
I feel like this would have probably been real acidic, real like, ethanol right off the bat if we would have opened the new one.
Yeah. Moral of the story?
Watch our show.
Grab bourbons, let them age,
subscribe,
air them out, and enjoy.
Subscribe.
That too.
Yeah.
I'm Neat.
I'm Rox.
And this has been The
Bourbon
Barrel.